Look, we got to move on. We got one more segment before we get out of here, and I'm gonna let my partner host it because it's a little more familiar to her. What you got,
Yes.
Tina?
Yeah, for those that haven't seen Mile High Minute, me and my buddies do pretty much every game, every game, we do a section that's called the good, bad, and the ugly.
Mm,
And so
mm,
we go through and we talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, and what just was like bad.
mm-hmm,
So I
mm-hmm,
will lead this one off with the good,
mm-hmm.
and we alluded into it. The topic on this one, normally we just talk about whatever we want to talk about that we saw in the game. But we're going to do this one. You and I are going to talk about the new NFL coaches
Mm-hmm.
that are coming into the teams. And as we know from watching football, anytime you have a new coach, none of it's pretty coming in because you're not getting a new coach because you did well.
Right,
You're getting a new
right.
coach. It's the wheels came off the bus.
Mm, yeah.
Like,
Mayday!
yep, yeah. The plane's going down. You lost your pilot. You're
Mm-hmm,
asking to see does anyone know how to fly a plane type situation, so you don't crash and burn.
mm-hmm,
So we're going to start with the good, and I will start with mine, which is a tie.
mm-hmm.
Um, my tie is Ben Johnson for the
Yeah,
Bears and
yeah.
Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. Ben Johnson's the team went out, got the people he wanted, got the fixed up their offensive line. They got a lot of pieces in place that I think will help that team a lot because Kalen needed some offensive line help. He definitely needed that. So
Mm-hmm,
I think Ben Johnson is walking into a pretty good situation. Um, and then the other one is Mike Vrabel, which I do think the Patriots did better this last year. And so hopefully Mike is the cog in the wheel that gets all the pieces working together correctly. And that I hate, oh, this feels weird coming out of my mouth. The Patriots can maybe rise to the top of the division again. So we'll see.
baby. Yes. Hey, I love
I feel like
that
I
pick
need alcohol to
because
rub out, clean out my mouth.
right, right. I love that pick because I totally agree. I think they got their quarterback and now they're starting to make other moves. Oh man, what's up, Handy Puka, Mr. Spencer? Good morning. Good morning to you. Yeah, no,
Hi,
I love that.
Bennett.
I love that for them, and just the fact that you're getting one of Belichick's guys in Vrabel coming back, three-time Super Bowl champ over there, and all that good stuff. So, hi,
I'm here, mom.
mom. Yeah,
Yeah, those aren't. I'm in a hotel room with my mom. My mom just handed me
nice.
this.
That's a mystery.
Well, she said clean out her mouth.
Right, right, right. Always ready. See that? She's always ready. Let's go. Oh man, yo,
She's
real quick,
like
I agree with
sometimes.
yeah, I agree with you with Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson's a great pick for Chicago. I do want to caution Chicago fans that just because you got a great head coach doesn't mean everything's gonna come to fruition right away. Like you still got to build things up. And I know the moves they've made have been great, so I love that pick, and I think that of all these picks, I think that's one of the best for me as far as good. And I know this my partner is gonna be a little uneasy about this. But I got to go in her division, the AFC West. Let's go. Pete Carroll bringing his quarterback, Geno Smith, to the Raiders. They signed linebacker Devin White. They signed, what is it? Raheem Mostert on the running game. They got a couple pieces here and there. I think, what do they have? The sixth pick of the draft? So maybe a running back might be in their future. Oh, I think this is big moves. From a dumpster fire to the top of the mountain. I believe it. I believe it. That's my good this week.
You still have to put out the fire.
Yeah. Sometimes we can just ride the fire. Look, we can just ride the heat. Let's go, the heat wave. Oh, Tina, who's your bad? Who you got? Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, you're wearing the color. You're wearing black. I mean, come on, Raiders.
There's no silver on here.
There
It's
you
just
go.
black.
There you go. I can dig it.
Um, my bad. I said something else earlier, but I remembered it. the Jaguars. That's
Ooh,
just, you want to talk about a
I
dumpster
forgot
fire.
about that. Yeah.
That's the Jags. Like,
Mm.
they got rid of almost everybody that was good.
Yeah.
Like, they're starting at the beginning. I feel so sorry for Trevor Lawrence in that situation, but
Hmm.
and maybe they can turn it around. Hopefully they can, because that team was cranking for a while, and
Yeah.
it's just not so yeah, my bad is the Jags. There's nothing there. There's nothing really. It's not quite ugly. Ugly for me is a little bit different, but
Mm,
it's just not.
not good.
I mean, the Jags are what we looked like with Sean Payton. Like, how are we going to get that?
Right. Right. Yeah. I forgot. I completely had forgotten about the Jags. Ooh, and we don't even know if
That's how
Lawrence
bad
and
it is.
yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
For me, my
Yours?
bad. My bad. I'm staying in division. I'm staying in division because it
Of
genuinely,
course.
I just think this team didn't do anything good. This is not even my Washington bias, but it's the Cowboys, and they signed Brian Schottenheimer, and we all know like Jerry Jones wants some guy that he can kind of control. But there was so many rumors about Dion potentially coming. He wants to get Shador Sanders, and they want to bring them to Dallas and X, Y, and Z. And to go from all that hype to then just give us Brian Schottenheimer? Come on now. If you needed any other reason to doubt or question that all Jerry Jones wants is somebody that's going to come kiss the ring, you don't need anything else, right? This is it. Brian Schottenheimer. I mean, you had more picks more coaches that you could have looked at, and the fact that you went and made this move just let me know that you wanted another Jason Garrett, another Mike McCarthy, another person that's going to say yes, yes, boss, what you need me to do, and he's
Mhm.
just the person there, but you know Jerry's running the team, so that's bad for me. I it's
Well, I also
good
think
because it's
that's
like in
because
division.
Jerry putzed around so long trying to decide whether he was going to give the extension or not, and
Yeah,
he ran out of the higher caliber candidates.
yeah,
And as Mr. Dinklage says, it's a hot mess.
a
Yeah,
hot mess, a
they're
hot
a
mess.
hot mess. So,
Well,
all right,
not that hot. Talk about a real hot mess, Tina.
what's your ugly?
Oh, my ugly is a team we talked about, the New Orleans Saints. Lord Jesus, I got to hold the nose for this one. Listen, I apologize to our dear friend Nicole that lives in Canada, the diehard Saints fan, but I thought they were a hot mess before, but now when we're hearing Derek Carr might potentially sit out the season with a shoulder injury, and you're working with a Spencer Rattler or a Jake Hayner at quarterback, we all know years ago Michael Thomas was the slant king and this great wide receiver. He's not there anymore. Cam Jordan, he's trying to figure out, do I want to stay? Do I want to go? I think the they actually had some life pumped into him at the end of last year with your boy Rizzy, and then he left. I mean, you talk about just totally tearing it down and building back up from the studs. Like, I think that's this situation in New Orleans, and I feel for them. I feel for them, but I
Yeah,
think that's way ugly. What you got?
the Jets
Yeah,
is my ugly. I
yeah.
think Aaron Glenn probably could do a good job there, but there's rumors coming out that they're trying to trade Bryce Hall or Garrett
Brees Hall, really?
Wilson. And
Really?
yeah, and like, you can't get rid of those guys. You can't. If
Yeah.
you do that, you're taking out his offense from it.
Hmm.
Those are the good pieces. They could get rid of Sauce Gardner, and I wouldn't care.
Ah, Sauce is a stud. PS2 Sauce. Let's go.
Numbers aren't there.
Let.
Numbers
Oh my
are
goodness.
not there.
Let's go to the videotape, Tina. Let's go to the videotape.
Oh, I'll take that one to the tape.
Let's go. Oh, I love it. Love
Remember,
it.
likes to pull on jerseys.
Oh, okay, okay. Just because PS2 gets away with it and nobody sees it doesn't mean you don't do it. That's all I'm saying. We won't agree, and that's fine. That just like that Raiders. Look, she wasn't gonna let me say anything about PS2. She let me get away with the Raiders conversation. She wasn't gonna let me get away with that.
All cornerbacks pull jerseys. Sauce just doesn't do it subtle enough.
There you go. There you go. There you go. He likes that. He likes to bring them all the way. It's all
Oh,
good.
like you could see pads. If you could
Hey,
see
hey,
the pads,
if
like
they
how
don't
is
call it,
that not a call?
I can't say anything. I'll just go. But yeah, I totally agree. I just
Old
think that I like
argument between us.
right, right. I agree. I think that I wish the best for Aaron Glenn and for Justin Fields, but Aaron couldn't get it done. Zach Wilson couldn't get it done. Robert Salah, like dumpster fire. This is just perpetual, gasoline being poured on
Yeah.
it, and it's just fire starter. It's just crazy.
Well, they had Aaron, and they're like, oh well, he'll be great with Mr. Idiot who came over from the Broncos, and he got demoted, and he wasn't the offensive coordinator anymore. I'm not going to say his name because that just gives
Hmm.
him power.
Hmm.
And like they're starting over and everything, and it's not a good situation
It
there.
really isn't.
And Fields, you know what? I hope Fields does something good there
Same here.
because I think he did get a bit of the shaft
Yep.
at the Bears. I love my Bear friend fans, but your team did nothing when they got him.
Yep.
They didn't do anything to help him out, and as far as the offensive line. So then 2 years later, they go and they get the next number one pick. Like, okay, finally they're learning, but
Hmm.
I mean, considering what Fields did in the first half of the season with the Steelers before he got injured and they had to bring in Mr.
Wait,
Wilson.
did he even get injured? I
Oh
just
no,
think
that's
they
right.
just
They just
benched
pulled
him.
him. They just
Yeah.
benched him because
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, he only won a game by
Yeah,
like
he
a
won. He was.
touchdown.
They were 4-2. Like they would
I
have.
know.
Like
Like,
what?
yeah,
Whatever. Whatever.
like that was
Pittsburgh.
like Tomlin, you're supposed to be this great genius. What the hell are you doing?
Right.
Wilson didn't add anything, though they still made the playoffs. So
Mm. Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I yeah. So I mean, I just think it's you don't give away your team to make it better because you're just adding pain on top of what's already going on. Don't give
Yeah.
away Hall or Wilson. Like in our bad years, people were talking about. You mentioned my boy PS2, and they wanted to trade him to get offensive help, and I'm like, no, you don't give away generational talent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just don't
So,
do that. You don't do that. Oh
I,
me. Oh my.
oh, Dinklage, you're cracking me up.
This guy. This guy. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have to let you guys go. This has been Let's Talk Football breaking news.